Hello, my friends. Welcome back to English Unleashed. Do you think you can stay focused for 5 minutes? I have a challenge for you. Today's episode is only 5 minutes long, but I want to give you a small challenge. Listen until the end and see if you can stay focused for 5 full minutes. When you finish, write "done" in the comments. I would love to see how many of you complete the challenge. In today's short episode, I'm going to talk about a very important question. How can you practice English in a more efficient way? Efficient means smart. It means you use your time well. You do not just study for many hours. You study in a way that helps your brain remember, speak, and use English. Many learners practice a lot, but they do the same things again and again. They watch videos. They write words in a notebook. They repeat sentences. They read grammar rules. These things are useful. They can help. But today, I want to give you something different. But today, I want to give you different ideas. More practical ideas. More active ideas. Ideas that can make your practice stronger. Now let's begin. Tip number 1. Close the text and remember. The first tip is very simple. Do not always look at English. Sometimes close the text and try to remember. Many learners read a sentence 5 times and think, I know it. But when they close the book, they cannot say it. So here is a better way. Read one short sentence. For example, I usually have breakfast at around 8. Now close the text. If you're watching a video with subtitles, do not look at the screen. Try to say the sentence again from memory. Maybe you say, I usually have breakfast at 8. Good. Now open the text and check. If you're watching a video, look at the screen and check. Then close it again and say it one more time. This is a lot better than only reading because your brain has to work. Your brain has to pull the English out. When you pull English from memory, you make it stronger. You can do this with useful phrases, with short dialogues, or small paragraphs. So, read, close, remember, check, and say again. This is a small habit, but it can change your practice. Tip number 2. Do short practice, then come back later. Do not practice one thing for too long in one sitting. Many learners study one grammar point for 1 hour, but after a few days they forget it. A better way is to practice for a short time, stop, and come back again. For example, you learn 5 useful phrases this morning. At lunchtime, test yourself again. In the evening, use the phrases in 3 sentences. The next day, test yourself again. This is much better than studying the same phrases for 1 long hour and then never coming back. Your brain needs return. It needs repetition. Return means you come back to something again. So do not ask only, how long did I study? Ask, did I come back to it later? English practice becomes more efficient when you meet the same language again after some time. Not all at once. A little today, a little later, and a little tomorrow. That is smart practice. And here's the final tip. Practice tiny listening tests. Do not always listen for a long time. That's why today we have a short episode. Sometimes listen to only 1 minute. Play one short part. Stop. Write what you heard. Then check with the script. You may notice small things. You may notice new words. You may notice new grammar. You do not need to understand a full podcast every time. 1 minute, 2 minutes, or 10 minutes is enough if you study it deeply. So listen, pause, write, and listen again. This is slow, but it is very powerful. Thank you so much for listening to this short episode of English Unleashed. Keep practicing, keep improving, and remember, smart practice is not about doing more. It is about doing the right thing at the right time in the right way. Bye for now.